Welcome back to another vlog. This is going to be sort of a different art vendor vlog. I'm going to try and have a couple of sales in there. So today is Saturday, June 15th. I'm going to be doing Dodger Days in Dodge Center, Minnesota. And then I'm also going to film next Thursday, Thursdays on First, just because the last Thursdays on First video I made, that one happens in downtown Rochester, Minnesota. But anyways, the last video that I made for that was roughly 11 or 12 minutes and it was kind of short. And since I just did an art market a couple days ago, my car is pretty much already loaded. I just loaded up my 100% soy candles, so that's good to go. I just packed my lunch. I'm about to finish my coffee. I'm running a little bit behind because I thought it was supposed to rain today. It was like a very, very high chance, and I wouldn't be shocked if we don't get any rain at all, which wouldn't bother me, but the sale is noon to 5 today. So I'm gonna get some clips of that and some of me setting up and stuff like that, so let's get on with our day. Alright, we are ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. Alright, as you can see, I'm back home, and I'm actually home early. I'm actually home at 5 o'clock. We started packing up around 4 because the rain wouldn't let up and it was pretty nasty, and a couple of my friends showed up, so thank you to coming to my vendor show. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the local people, my friends, my family, just everyone who supports me. I just feel really grateful for you guys. This is the situation. My pants are absolutely drenched and tomorrow I'm gonna have to air dry my tent because everything is like wet. Thankfully, I pretty much got everything packed in the car before I took down my tent, so I was able to pack while it was raining and stuff like that, but I'm still really drenched. On a positive note, I do have extra time today now, so I'm gonna go to the gym for my 75 hard challenge and just kind of get some things done around the house. Tomorrow I have nothing going on. I just have church, which is really nice. I might just have like a self-care mental health day, but yeah. The next time I'll be picking up this camera is next Thursday, which is in 5 days, so you'll see me in 5 days for the next art sale. It'll be downtown Rochester, Thursdays on 1st, so that one should be better. You're sure happy today. You wanna go to Grandpa's? Grandpa's house? Grandpa's house? Should I go to Grandpa's? Okay, let's go. Watch this. Okay, bye! Bye! See you later! Ready? Ready? Rockin' and rollin' quick. Alright, so I'm gonna try something different. This is one of my old signs for my booth, just to kind of see if nicer signage helps me sell more stuff, so we'll see. I'm gonna cut this stuff out, and then I don't have an laminator, so I'm just gonna put tape over it. Okay, I'm running a little bit behind, but that's okay. I'm just really happy that the sun's shining. It was supposed to rain all day. Sorry. Stereo turned on there for a second. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good day. It's not supposed to get very hot. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees all day. So I got my Rockin' Bakken hoodie on. You'll see me making these in another vlog. They're available for sale on my website. Link is in the description below. So let's get on the road. Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I'm doing Thursdays on 1st today. I don't think I opened up with that. My life is a mess and I need coffee, so I'm gonna drink this coffee and wake the F up. I wanna get what I want. Don't stop, 'cause right now you're the only thing that's making any sense to me, and I don't give a damn what they say or what they think, because you're the only one who's on my mind. I'll never ever let you leave. going on a mission. These are my friends from Duncan. Hey! They hooked us sister up. It's raining. Alright, I made it home. It's currently 10 p.m. The rain started like 15 minutes before we were supposed to pack up, which it was supposed to rain all day, so I'm very grateful that it didn't all day. It just really sucks that all of my stuff got all wet again, and I spent the last 2 days airing it outside, making sure everything was clean, and I have to rewash my tablecloths and stuff like that. I know it could have been a lot worse, and I'm just really happy that the wind wasn't whipping, but like, I got drenched last Saturday, and I'm not kidding, you saw that earlier in this vlog. And I just got like flooded. Like everything was wet, everything was drenched. I had to air out my tent yesterday, and then like I went through all my inventory, and like today went really well. There were some people that were running out of patience, and I had a couple people not be so kind, and usually when people are like that, I give it right back to them, but I've learned to just shut up and not say anything, but it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. Yeah, the weather, unpredictable. I mean, if it literally feels like spring in Minnesota. Today is June, what day is it? Today is June 20th, and I feel like it's spring because it's been raining so much. So like the last 3 years in Minnesota, if you don't like live here, obviously you don't know. The last 3 years we've hardly gotten any rain, like since I've lived in my own house. It's how I know the time frame. Last year, I mowed my lawn a total of 3 times, and this year I've already mowed my lawn 4 times, which isn't bad. Rain is a good thing, but it's just like, it just figures like, and I'm trying not to be negative about this, but it just like the timeline of me quitting my job, anytime I could have done it, and it's this year, and it's soaky, and it's soggy, and it's wet, and I'm just really happy that there's not like high winds and a storm rolling in, and like that's normal, like that's to be expected because I have so many shows booked and I can't have perfect weather every time, but oh, storefront is sounding better and better every day. I'm just torched. It's like, I didn't want to say anything, but I feel like I want to be as transparent as possible in this vlog. Like, I was fighting a lot of negative emotions today because I know that this is part of the process. Like, when you're an entrepreneur, you're going to work a lot of hours, you're going to invest a lot of time into something, and I think the reason why I'm talking about this is because I don't want it to seem like my journey is a piece of cake and it's easy. I'm tired. I got there at 9:15. I left my house at like 8:40 this morning, and I got home past 10 o'clock. So it's like a 13, 14-hour day for me. And not to mention, I create all of my inventory. And I know I've said this in previous vlogs, and I really sound like a broken record, but it's like, it's one of them things where you're pouring all this time and energy into something, you're just not seeing the results. There are times where it can be a little discouraging, and I'm just grateful that I made some money and the weather cooperated today. I'm trying to like find different ways to like create a display and like make it so it's like easier for people to look at stuff, and I'm making sure I'm creating stuff that people like and things that I like and things that bring me joy. And I just feel like every time I feel like this, I have to really remind myself of the times where people walk into my booth needing comfort in somebody. There are a lot of people who walk into my booth and they end up confiding in me. Like today, it's not just a coincidence. I've had people share some of the deepest, darkest parts of their soul. This one lady came into my booth and was talking about how she had a first husband, and then they, I think he passed away, and then she got married again, and that was her best friend, and she thanked me for just listening to her, and I just thought it was really cool to like hear about her life. And it was the topic of butterflies and just sharing our love and our passion for butterflies. And she was telling me about this butterfly museum in New York, of all places, and I told her I used to live there, and like just connection. There was another lady who walked into my booth. She was probably in her 60s, and she had colored hair, and I complimented her hair, and that struck up a conversation. And the first color I think was like a blue, and that was her son's favorite color, and she lost him to cancer, I think 9 or 10 years ago. He was only 15 years old. And just like her sharing her heart, she like thanked me for letting her her share about her son. It's like, I love to hear about stories like that, because me and my mom, art was something that we shared together. And I'm going to try not to get emotional when I say this, but we had a store together when I was 18, and I lost her shortly after we opened our store. It was like 6 months later. And I ran away from art for 8 years, and I just have to remind myself how far I've came in the last 3 or 4 years that I've created this. I've only been doing vendor markets for like 2.5, 3 years. So I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I'm excelling and I'm moving. And I just have to like remind myself why I'm doing this, and just remind myself of these good moments and these good conversations of people that come into my booth and they're seeking comfort in somebody that is willing to listen to them and just sharing their hearts, or buying something because it reminds them of somebody. This is the reason why I do this stuff. So every time I'm feeling discouraged and my brain wants to revert to the negative side of thinking, because that's just how my brain's wired, I have to like constantly redirect my thoughts and be like, this is why I do it. I do it for people, and I do it because of mental health awareness, and I do it because it's something I ran from for so long, and it brought me back to who I really am, and I'm more me than I've ever been in my life. And there are times where I still struggle, and am I making as much money as I want to? No, but that's not the point. I'm doing what I love, and I have to keep reminding myself of that. And I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but I just wanted to share this for someone who's trying to follow their heart and follow their passions and follow their dreams. And there are going to be times where you're discouraged, and it wasn't a bad day. It could have been a lot worse. It's a lot of work. And I know one day it's going to pan out and it's going to be worth it. So anyways, I'm going to pop off of here. This has been a long TED Talk. I only have a minute left on my SD card. It's a sign. So thank you so much for watching. Share your heart. Share your story down below. I'd love to hear from you, kind of where you come from if you do art. And until next time, peace out, homages. It's been real.